locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matthew Lester, and I'm here at Radio Center. Right now, we don't have Mr. Terry, but we'll get started off on your weather. Over at the airport, it's cloudy at 35. Over in Midland, it's also cloudy at 35. Over in Ann Arbor, it's cloudy at 37. Over in Bad Axe, it's cloudy at 33. Over in Battle Creek, it's cloudy at 40. In Grand Rapids, it's cloudy at 39. Here at Radio Center, it's cloudy at 36. We have east winds at 9 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.30, and it's falling. Yeah, I hope all you guys are having a pretty good day so far. Christmas is just right around the corner. Wishing there was some snow, not gonna lie, but other than that, we'll have more on your weather. But at first, we'd like to remind you that your weather is brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Getting ready as we move through the end of the year. Yeah, for 2024, that's the case. A lot of folks have been talking to their folks to try to line things up for next year. Might be a very good idea to get a hold of Vic and the staff at Freeland Bean and Grain because they have the product for you that you can get reserved for next year, whether it's fertilizer or, of course, they're a Dairyland seed headquarters as well for corn and soybeans. Freeland Bean and Grain for 40 years. They've been taking care of you. Matthew, thank you so much for sitting in here for a minute. I was busy on the computer back in the office.
Hey, I tried my best.
And then I realized that my clock is a half hour off.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. I'm going to have to get a hold of Eveready and find out, if they've got time released batteries or what the deal is. You covered the weather. Oh, yep. Did you forecast snow?
I did not.
Oh, well, I was hoping you would because I've been getting a lot of flack. Maybe that's the reason why I didn't come in for the weather forecast.
Yeah.
Because, hey, we're looking at, I'm sure you mentioned 50 degrees for Christmas. Not a very good chance of any snow. If anything, it's going to be rain. And we've got a pretty good chance of that happening because we do have a big system that's going to move into the central part of the continental United States here over the next 24 to 36 hours. And that system is going to draft quite a bit of moisture up from the Gulf of Mexico. So as a result, it does look as though things are going to get a little wet in the Tennessee Valley. And the central part of the country, as we move into the second half of the weekend, is going to be very wet. We're looking at quite a bit of precipitation in areas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, upwards of an inch of rain, more than likely in those spots as they approach Christmas Eve day and then Christmas. For us, at least right now, as we look at tonight and early tomorrow morning, quarter of an inch isn't out of the question at all. And there might be a couple of spots here in the Great Lakes Bay area where we do pick up about a half inch of rain. Quite a difference from what it was a year ago. A year ago on this day, we had right around 3 inches of snow. And then tomorrow, which would be the 23rd, we picked up an additional 4 inches of snow in the Great Lakes Bay area. So we had quite a bit of snow. And then on Christmas Eve, later in the day on Christmas Eve, we had a little bit warmer temperatures. Along with that came freezing rain on top of whatever snow we did get. So the drive on Christmas Eve for a lot of folks was not very good. Christmas Day, things kind of settled down just a little. We had our snow, but then all of it went away as we moved through the week between Christmas and New Year. And then we really didn't see much in the way of snow at all around these parts anyway, until we worked ourselves into about the middle or so of January. And the folks at Zenders for Snowfest, obviously, they had a little bit different competition last year. They certainly are hoping for some snow, and had a chance to talk to the folks planning that. And they're looking forward to a full schedule of competition. Last year, some of the competition was not held simply because they just didn't have enough snow to work with. But this year, I think they're going to have a little bit better snow conditions. Coldest ever, December the 22nd, 2000. Our high was 10 and our low was 4 below zero. And some folks will remember it because 2000, December, we had 40 inches of snow for the month in that year, the turn of the century. The warmest ever, you got to go back into 1918, where we had on 22nd, it was the warmest ever. A year ago, our high was 27, our low was 24. And as I said, we did pick up snow. We had about 3 inches of snow, actually 2.8, and that was a record on this date. And then the 23rd, also a record, just under 4 inches of snow on that date. Again, that was set a year ago. Long range, take us all the way through the 4th of January. We're looking at precipitation values to be at or below normal, and temperatures still running above normal for this time of the year. Okay, that in a nutshell is what the weather is all about, and we're looking forward to some pretty warm conditions. Standing by now, who do we have, Matthew?
Up next, we have Cody Harris from Star of the West and Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Let's talk to Cody right now. Cody Harris, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Hey, we're not doing too bad. Sorry for the delay, but when the clocks run a little bit behind time, as they did today.
I've been there. No worries.
Well, hopefully the guys in Chicago are, if there's anybody there doing any trading, they're having a good day. What's going on?
Well, I will say I don't know how many guys are in Chicago, but we're actually going to end the week on a good note. We actually got we're positive across the board here, Terry. Doesn't seem like a lot of active trading, but at least it's trading in the right direction. Looking at everything right now, we got cash wheat. That's up 2 at the moment. 570 on the white, 485 on the red. Looking at new crop wheat, that's also up 2. 629 on the white, 549 on the red. Cash corn, that's up 1 at 384. New crop corn, that's also up 1 at 440. And looking over at soybeans, they're the big mover today. Cash soybeans are up 5 at 1207. And new crop soybeans are up 6 at 1179.
Now we've got a full day of trading going on, Cody?
Yeah, we got a full day of trading today. Going to have our normal close here at 2:20 our time. Then we're going to be closed for the weekend. No night trading. This Sunday, going into the holiday. On Monday, on Christmas, there'll be no trading there. Then on Tuesday, we got the old-fashioned open at 9:30 a.m. our time to start the week up again.
So at this stage of the game, no real new news. We're just trading on pretty much the same old as we have for, the last couple, 3 weeks?
Yeah, we're kind of trading on some of that news. I did get a wire here this morning. It looks like, I think it was yesterday or the day before, the federal government closed 2 railroad crossings on the Texas border. And there were some concerns about maybe some cross-border trade. especially some grains coming from the Midwest. And I think there were some talks yesterday between President Biden and the President of Mexico, trying to basically get that all cleared up so the radio lines can reopen. And I think that's what the market might be trading on here today. Maybe that's why we're seeing a little bit of positive news across the board. But other than that, yeah, you're right. Weather is definitely what we're looking at. And focusing definitely on that South American crop for sure.
Yeah, I guess so. And at this stage of the game, obviously, you just never know with South America because regardless of what they get, they've still got to get it to the ports. Their infrastructure isn't still really cracked up to what it should be.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that in the past. We're looking at kind of record crops across the board here in Argentina. Maybe a hit for soybeans just because of the weather that they've been getting the last little bit. But you're right, we've seen this, a few times in the past that, the infrastructure and getting it to the ports and getting it shipped usually is the Achilles heel down there. And that is something always to watch, whether it's with the ships or just getting like you said, the grain to the ports in itself. Definitely can cause some challenges as they move forward. So we're going to be watching that really closely this year. Because any hiccups down there can definitely affect what goes on in our grain markets for sure.
All righty. Cody, Merry Christmas to you. We'll talk to you again next week.
Merry Christmas, guys.
You bet. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us right now. The Market Report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. That new Ram truck inventory is pretty good right now at Schaefer and Beerline. They've got a good selection of 2023 heavy duties, and the 2024 1500s are there as well. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, it is the time right now to go to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. And now they're doing an even better job. 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
What do you think?
Well, it's kind of quiet today. Today is the first day of the potential Santa Claus rally for the next 7 trading days. So it puts us into Wednesday after the new year. Usually good for 1%, which is kind of tame for, this day and age. We like 1% every day. But we'll see what happens. I think they said it's a 77% accuracy rating as far as figuring the Santa Claus rally will happen. So I don't know. Best laid plans of mice and men. You never know. But the 10-year Treasury now trades at 3.9%. The inflation number came in at 3.2. That was under what they expected. So I don't know. The market sort of thinks that the Fed has got its job done, and of course they're going to lower interest rates by a whole percent next year. So they kind of got that factored in too. So a little bit worrisome that they got all these guarantees built in, but.
Well, they got 12 months.
See.
They'll just
Sure.
maybe the week before the election.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm just saying,
boy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, UBS called for a short on NVIDIA. That's one of the fantastic sevens. So it's $489 a share. It's up 235% year to date. They thought it might go down 20 or 30% next year. So that kind of gutsy of them, to say bet against one of the top performing stocks of the year next year. So we'll see if they're right. Who knows? So anyway, here's your numbers. The March corn is 472 and a quarter, down a quarter of a penny. July corn 494 and a half, down a half a penny. March soybeans 1305 and a quarter, up 3.5. July soybeans 1322 and a half, up 3. The March wheat is 614 and a half and a quarter, up 1 3/4. And July wheat is 633 and a half, up 1 3/4. Crude oil just kind of hanging there. It's 74.11, up 22 cents. Heating oil is 267.13. That's up 1/10 of a penny. Gasoline is 216.84, up 2/10 of a penny. Natural gas 229 and a half. That's basically unchanged. Over to currencies. Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys 132.68 Canadian, down another 12 ticks. The dollar buys 142.52 yen. That's up 42 ticks. The euro crossed 110, 110.10. That's up 2 ticks. The dollar's at 101.63, down 21 ticks. So that's getting cheaper. Not super cheap, but cheaper. Gold is at $2,058.10. That's up 19 bucks, and it's only about 20, 30 bucks away from a high for the year. Silver's 24.36. That's up 6 cents. Platinum's at 981.20, up 11 bucks. There you go.
Yeah, not too bad. So,
Yeah.
Chicago Board of Trade, regular schedule yet for the rest of the day, and then starts right off on Tuesday, huh?
It is.
Yep. And you're going to be around pretty much all next week?
Pretty much guarantee it.
Yep. End of year. We all know how that works.
Right.
Doug Klein, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
All righty.
All right.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. We're going to take a break, and then Matthew, who do we have up next?
Up next, we have Stephanie Zelenko from AgroLiquid.
All right. Before we get to Stephanie, let's take that break.
The versatile Kubota B-Series is a do-it-all tractor. Run powerful attachments that can be easily switched out. It features a hydrostatic transmission and is simple to maintain. The Kubota B-Series. It makes the hard work look easy. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment, 3001 Sawyer Drive along I-75 at the M81 Carroll exit just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge, Saginaw. Call Kim today at 989-754-7801 or email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
Couple of things going on as far as our crops here in Michigan. In particular, the potatoes. It does appear as though we're up about 9% from last year's stocks. The December stocks here in Michigan looking pretty good as of right now. The national average is 10%. So we're pretty much right on the mark there. Milk production, we're up just under 2% from a year ago, according to the Great Lakes Regional Office of the Michigan USDA Natural Agricultural Statistics Service. Production per cow in Michigan averaged just a little bit better than 2,200 pounds, which was unchanged from a year ago. Now, the dairy herd here in Michigan has been rising. It's right now 439,000 head for November. Last year, it was 8,000 less. So we're running about 8,000 more. Kind of interesting. We talk about the dairy situation. Then we talk about the farm bill. Farm bill, of course, as many of you who are keeping up on that, has been extended. Well, there's a lot of things that have to be done that are deadlined in the farm bill as of the end of the year. And one in particular is the dairy margin coverage program. There is none for 2024. So they are going to have to extend the rulemaking process, including they're going to have to post a regulatory change to the Federal Register. So if you're wondering about the Farm Bill, there's not only the Farm Bill extension stipulation that's gone into effect, but there are a lot of programs, and in particular, the program regarding the dairy industry, and there are some other ones too that we'll be touching on as we go through our program in the weeks ahead. Let's slide on over to AgroLiquid right now. Stephanie Zelenko is joining me this morning. Stephanie, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Now, we've had a lot of time to Christmas shop, haven't we?
We have. It's getting close, though, so if you're not done.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hurry up. You better hurry up.
I was wondering because there were a lot of farmers that were in the field here in December, and they had a lot of work to do. We're finally winding down, aren't we?
I think so. I've still seen a little bit of harvest equipment out in certain parts of the state, but I think for the most part, pretty much everybody's wrapped up harvest. A little bit of tillage still going now that we've had some colder mornings that allow us a little bit slightly frozen ground to get that last minute tillage done here before things freeze up for good.
Now, from what I understand, there has been a lot of soil testing going on for producers that have not had that opportunity. As you mentioned, we don't have any frost in the ground per se. Still get it done?
Yes, if you haven't had that chance to soil test, it's still not too late. The ground conditions are pretty good to soil test. They're not too wet anymore, and they, you can still get across with an ATV or something on those cooler mornings where we have a little bit of surface freezing. So you can get those samples put in or sent into the lab and get those results back still with plenty of time to come up with a good fertility program for next year.
That was going to be my next question. Fertility program. A little bit different for 2024?
I think for the most part, guys are, still just fine tuning what they're doing. I think as we get more information industry wide on what the benefits of certain nutrients are and get a better understanding from the grower level of what those soil tests mean, guys are, more fine tuning those fertility programs to meet specific needs for their operation rather than just doing those blanket applications that they may have done historically.
All right. Stephanie, you take care. Merry Christmas to you and your family and everybody at AgriLiquid.
Thank you very much. Have a good Christmas.
Yes, we will. Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. Kim Weiss on the line with us right now, Matthew. Kim, winding down here, but from what I understand, you got a little inventory you need to get rid of before the end of the year, right?
That's right, Terry. And hey, we got another week yet before the end of the year for those that are looking for a tax write-off or something. And I wanted to talk a little bit about our mid-size compact tractors. That is the LX series from Kubota. It comes in 26 horse and a 2610, an LX 3310, and then now the new, we're crossing over to a 40 horse 4020. And they're great compact tractors. They're condensed, but they got some good horsepower. They come with cabs or open station, your choice of tires, of course with loaders, a multitude of 3-point hitch attachments or front snow equipment. Even though we aren't getting any snow now, I think that will change in time, and we still could need some snowblower or a front blade or something to that nature. But we have it here. It's in stock. Come and see me, and we'll sit down and we'll talk about it, and we'll see if we can't get you into something, the tractor that you need. So if Santa Claus doesn't bring it to you, come to Lingle Equipment and we'll get it to you somehow before the end of the year.
You got your hat on, right, Kim?
That's right, Terry.
There you go.
So, and with that, you can give me a call at 989-754-7801 or send me an email at k.weiss@lingle1.com, or we're right alongside I-75, just off the Zilwaukee Road, or off the Washington Road exit, south of Zilwaukee Bridge, and we'll see what we can do. So on behalf of Lingle Equipment, we wish you all a Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you, Kim, and everybody there at Lingle. Thank you so much. You take care. Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment. Speaking of year end, why don't we slide over to Maple Hill Nursery right now, Matthew? Chuck Cervinsky's on the line with us right now. Chuck, you've still got some things that you need to move out by the end of the year, right?
Yeah, we've still got some floor models of patio furniture that we're trying to clear out. We just got our first shipment of new stuff in for spring on Wednesday, so we're gradually starting to change the store over.
So for more information, hey, and some value pricing and to stop by and pick it up, where are you located?
We're about 1.5 miles north of the Midland Mall on Eastman Road, just past the Monroe intersection, right next to DW Auto. You can give us a call at 989-835-4708. Visit our website, www.maplehillmidland.com.
All righty. You take care, Chuck. Merry Christmas to you, Michelle, the entire family, and everybody at Maple Hill.
Definitely. Merry Christmas to you and Sharon and all the gang as well.
All righty. Chuck Cervinsky, Maple Hill Nursery. We'll be right back. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that, and I promise I won't look at my clock to see what's going on. And, of course, we'll be back, a little bit later for the Farm Final. Let's check out right now with our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios